we are Team 6 and our team's topic is Hansik. Among the Hansik, we will introduce about bibimbap, kimbap, banchan, and 한정식. Hello, my name is Subin Min and I will introduce about bibimbap. Our team's topic is Hansik, so we visited to Korean food restaurant together. There are so many Korean food like doenjang stew and kimchi stew, stir-fried spicy pork, and bibimbap. And among these, I chose bibimbap. This is the picture that I ate. It was so delicious. Now, let me tell you about the bibimbap one by one. Firstly, what is bibimbap? Bibimbap is the Korean traditional food that mixed with various vegetables, meat, and gochujang on the top of white rice. The ingredients are stirred together thoroughly just before eating. So bibimbap is the harmony of color, flavor, season, region, nature, and human, all of things. There are so many origins of bibimbap, so I will tell you about 3 of them. First, someone says bibimbap is from our ancestor rites. People put rice, meat, fish, and vegetables on the table and offer sacrifices when they do ancestor rites. After the rites, the descendants who don't have enough dishes mix the rice together into the one dish and share the food. The other people says it is from the custom of the last day of the year. It says 음복설. People prepare the new foods on New Year's Day and mix the leftover rice with all the side dishes not to leave food the last day of year. And another origin is that it is from the custom that mixing food to reduce time and labor when working. On the farming season, farmers would eat food several times on a day, but they couldn't take enough dishes. So they started to put various food in one dish. We can find the origin from this. Then, why do people like bibimbap? What are the beauties of bibimbap? I thought there are 4 beauties. First is the composition of the ingredients. Food scientists say that the ratio of vegetables to meat should be around 8:2 when talking about the best healthy diets. Bibimbap has a lot of vegetables, but it is close to this ratio. So we can say bibimbap is the best healthy diet. Second is the scientific combination of the ingredients. Ingredients supplement their lacking nourishment. For example, the lacking nourishment in rice can be filled by various vegetables, na물, and gochujang. It is the scientific combination that neutralizes the bad and raises the good. Also, it represents the characteristic of Korean food. Some scholars say that Korean food culture is a bundle culture. It means there are so many Korean food that create a new taste by mixing various ingredients like jjigae or tang. Bibimbap also create a new taste by mixing lots of ingredients like na물 and meat, egg, and gochujang. Each ingredient shows own taste, also harmonized together to make more better taste. Last, it shows the beauty of the breaking. When bibimbap comes out, you can see the beautiful food like the flower. But pretty things are just for a while and people just mix them with gochujang. The beautiful things falls down in the flesh. We can see Korea's strong wild nature and dynamic. Only Koreans can this. People from other countries like Japan avoid to mix them, but Koreans don't hesitate to mix. They rather relieve the stress by mixing them. So it shows the beauty of the breaking. These 4 were the beauties of bibimbap, I think. You can buy the famous bibimbap in Korea from Jeonju and Jinju. This right picture shows the Jeonju bibimbap. Jeonju bibimbap is a native dish of Jeonju, also known as bean sprouts bibimbap. The reason why Jeonju bibimbap is so famous is because of na물 like bean sprouts. It has about 30 ingredients and it is characterized by cooking rice with broth made with the brisket of beef. Next, Jinju bibimbap, a native dish of Jinju province, has been called flour rice. because it looks beautiful, as if it has moved beautiful flower gardens. The unique things of Jinju bibimbap are the use of beef sashimi and the use of special red pepper paste called yeokgojang. I hope you will eat Jeonju bibimbap and Jinju bibimbap. Bibimbap is not only famous in Korea, it also spread out to global. Bibimbap is appeared at Korean Nursing Flying Meals in 1997. The International Association of Inlanders chose bibimbap for the Mercury Award, and it got a first prize in airline food. Bibimbap has served as a Korean food evangelist for foreigners and maintains its #1 position in flight meals, favored by South Korean passengers. It is said that 3 million meals were consumed last year. And it also introduced New York Times advertisement. The Times Square billboard official says it was the most colorful and cool advertisement, and it is getting a very good response. Also, it had an advertisement effects. It is very short video with 30 seconds of video, so I bring it. Let's watch it together. Did you enjoy? Also, famous Hollywood stars love bibimbap, like Michael Jackson and Paris Hilton. Especially Michael Jackson very loved bibimbap, so Michael Jackson bibimbap was appeared. Also nowadays, Korean programs like Dang introduce bibimbap to abroad like Spain. All of this shows the globalization of bibimbap. Now, the explanation of bibimbap is over. Bibimbap is not just a food, but it shows the Korean culture that is combination. Like all the ingredients in bibimbap combines all together and makes synergy. All different Korean from child to elders combines all together and help each other and make more better country is maybe the goal of Korea, I think. I hope we don't forget the value of combination and bibimbap spread all around and all countries know the value of combination and bibimbap. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hansik, and I'm gonna talk about kimbap. This is a Korean food that I really like. That's why I chose it. And well, first I'm gonna introduce a little bit about kimbap. This is a Korean dish consisting of seaweed and seasoned rice and other things, optional ingredients that are usually rolled, sliced, and served. Almost anything can be added to the roll, but the most common ingredient are fish cakes, meat, spinach, eggs, and cucumbers. Well, history. Production of kim in Yongtan and Yeoda province is reported in books from the 15th century, such as Gyeongsadol, DDG, and Sujung, Dongguk, Jeonji, Sondan. Eating cooked rice roll in kim is also a long-standing Korean custom. Joryeoljang Sesigi, a Joseon book from 1819, describes a dish called boksam. Transcript use the hanja pronounced bakjang in Korea. Well, there is many variations of kimbap. There are three main styles of kimbap, and there are numerous variations within each of them. There is traditional kimbap with seaweed, rice, and fillings, French or nude kimbap with seaweed and on the interior and rice on the exterior, and samgam kimbap shaped like a triangle and sold in many South Korean convenience stores. Well, I'm going to talk about each of the variations that I could find. This is chamchi kimbap. This kimbap is made with canned tuna. Apart from rice and fish, the fillings may include other ingredients that are typically used in kimbap, such as fresh or pickled vegetables, eggs, or fish cakes, while the tuna is often mashed and then combined with mayonnaise, mustard, and spices. The roll is traditionally wrapped in toasted seaweed and it is served in sliced into small bite-sized pieces. It looks like that. And the next one is Jungmu kimbap. As the name suggests, this kimbap variety originates in Jungmu, present-day Toyong City. These simple rolls are prepared wherein rice is wrapped in toasted seaweed, usually thin and almost bit-sized. The rolls never include any other additions, and they are always served with radish kimchi and spicy sauce. So these ones are really very small and just have rice on it. Then we have mayak kimbap. These mini versions of the standard roll consist of rice, toast, seaweed, and fillings that traditionally include carrots, pickled radish, and spinach. Unlike the traditional kimbap, mayak is never sliced. The rolls are sprinkled with sesame seaweeds, while soy sauce and mustard dip is usually served on the side. It is believed that mayak rolls originate at Kwantan Market in Seoul. Their captivating name translates as narcotic, not because of the presence of an illegal substance, but because once you try these rolls, you will always become recruit. So it's like a drug. Then we have nut kimbap. In this variation, toast seaweed is wrapped inside the rice, leaving the rice exposed, hence the name. Apart from that, nut kimbap typically incorporates standard fillings that mainly include vegetables, such as carrots or pickled radish, eggs, crab cakes, bria leaves, and many other ingredients. The rolls are sliced into bit-sized pieces before they are served. So as you see, the outside is rice, so that's why it's called nut kimbap. And we last have samgak kimbap. Samgak is a triangle served variety of kimbap. It consists of various fillings that are neatly placed inside a piece of triangle-shaped rice. The pouches are then wrapped in seaweed and are typically additionally covered with a thin plastic wrapper, which allows the kimbap to stay fresh for an extended period. The dish was first introduced in the early 90s and it was primarily sold at convenience stores. It is usually enjoyed as a convenience snack. So this is the one that we can find at convenience stores. That is really good. And that's all for my part. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Baekjae and I'm going to explain about banchan. And then I'm going to talk about the variety of it, and the sek, the color, and the sound, the taste of it. Banchan is the Korean small dishes, which is like side dishes. But it is different that they're served ahead of the main course, not an appetizer. Banchan is one of the basic elements that make up the Korean table. The basic table setting for a main meal called bansang usually consists of bap, cooked rice, duk or tang, soup, gochujang or ganjang, jjigae, and kimchi. According to a number of banchan added, a table setting called 3chop, 3chop, 5chop, 5chop, 7chop, 7chop, 9chop, 2chop, 12chop, 12chop 반상. Especially 12chop 반상, 12chop 반상 is served in Korean royal cuisine. Firstly, I would like to introduce various Korean banchan. And the first one of the most representative banchan is kimchi. As we learned in class, kimchi is fermented food and it is made from various vegetables such as pechu, napa cabbage, radish, gat, and etc. Kimchi is an essential banchan for Koreans to the extent that there is a song called "We Can't Live Without Kimchi" in Korea. Secondly, namu is made from condiments of plants or has many clear mountains, so the wild greens and plants are very advanced. Cucumbers, mushrooms, squash, pollen flower, and turbulence are some examples of ingredients of this namu. Today, namu is very popular among vegetarians and people who are interested in well-being and diets love this kind of namu. Third, jorim is a dish simmered in seasoned broths. Actually, jorim is a kind of recipe. We can make fish, beef, and anything with jorim recipe. Among these many kinds of jorims, tofu and soy sauce jorim are most popular one. Tubu jorim, made of tofu, is a side dish that tofu simmered in diluted soy sauce, a little bit seasoned oil, minced garlic, and chopped green onion. And the jangjorim, my favorite one, is beef simmered in soy sauce, optionally with hard-boiled eggs or whole-boiled whole eggs. Lastly, jeon refers to seafood, meat, or vegetables, thin sliced or chopped seasons coated with flour and pan-fried in egg batter. Jeon is often eaten as a banchan, but it is a must for Korean holidays such as Chuseok or New Year's Day. And lastly, I'd like to introduce the 색 and the 맛 of banchan. Firstly, 색, the color of banchan. The color of banchan is very unusual. Korean table is very beautiful with a colorful banchan because all the food, including banchan, comes to the table at once. In particular, we traditionally divided the classes of the meal, called as pansang, from the 3 to 12 as I mentioned before, depending on the number of the side dishes. From the type to the number of the format of the banchan, it is necessary to complete the form to become the complete pansang. Thanks to this, I think 12첩 pansang, 12 banchan dishes, is the more colorful than any other tables in the world. And the last, 맛, the flavor of the banchan, there is an interesting thing to explain. Even the same kind of banchan, it is often significantly different in the taste from region to region. For example, the seasoning of northern banchan such as Gangwon and Gyeonggi tend to be weaker than southern banchan such as those Gyeongsang or Jeolla. Also, depending on the local specialties and local climate or geography, the region's representative kimchi varies too. For example, the central part of the Korea, Seoul and Gyeonggi, has traditionally enjoyed eating dabak kimchi, or water kimchi, while Gangwon region has enjoyed seafood kimchi. Perhaps it's because of Gangwon is a coastal area. So far, I explained you about Korean traditional side dishes, banchan. I selected this topic because it contains Korean traditional emotion, jeong, and 색, color, and 맛, flavor. We can also find wisdom of the ancestor through banchan. I hope my presentation helped a lot. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fletcher, and I'll be talking about Hansik, or the complete meal of Korea. So it's also known as a meal for kings, and so Hansik is a full-course meal consisting of Korean delicacies as well as savory side dishes. The meal is once served only for like aristocrats or royals, but now it can be enjoyed by everyone. It was once served all at once, but now restaurants prefer to serve dishes one at a time, since the tables would be covered in plates and there would be no room for people to place their hands or anything on the table. And each dish holds a different type of food and is an excellent way of enjoying a variety of food all at once. While each person will usually receive a bowl of rice or soup for themselves, each person will share the side dishes and the main dishes between them. The main dishes of Hansik can vary depending on the time and place that you eat, but can consist of like Korean pancake, direct fried dishes, soybean paste, stew, eel, shelled crab, or raw fish, pat, soups, kimchi, porridge, meat, hot pot, and much, much more. These side dishes take up a majority of the food on the table, but each side dish also has a meaning behind it and also serves a purpose for being on the table. Side dishes follow the belief of yin and yang and the primary 5 elements, which follow the concepted values and harmony between the 5 tastes, being grilled, boiled, salted, fried, and steamed, and the 5 colors, red, green, blue, white, and black. Hansik is a well thought out meal, so you can expect to see a lot of variety of food on the table that are prepared and presented differently. So I'm going to talk about the sounds, color, taste, and lines at Hansik. So the sound, I think, can vary depending on what you eat, like having this sizzling bowl, the dosol bowl with like your bibimbap in it, the sound of like your chopsticks or the cutlery on the plate or in the bowl, and the sound of people eating, like slurping, chewing, crunching stuff, and also like the atmosphere and the sound of the restaurant, of other people talking around you. The colors of Hansik. The colors usually follow the 5 colors of harmony, red, green, blue, white, and black of Korea, such as kimchi being either red or green, sometimes even white, seaweed, green or black, and the water can be called blue. The dishes are usually served in bowls, which can be varied in color, but usually can be in black or white. And the taste of Hansik, since there are like thousands of tastes, because there's so many different side dishes, but they just vary depending on like where you eat, and they can be sweet, bitter, spicy, or mild, and even savory. And the lines of Hansik. Well, the lines can be kind of hard to think about. Think of lines in food, but I think you can find forms of lines in anything, even in like elegance in food, the way that the plate is like set up, or even you have like the lines of your chopsticks, or like the spine of the fish can be also a line. Now finding Hansik, you can find it anywhere, really anywhere in the city. You can just Google it, but depending on where you go around Korea, it will vary a lot. So if you go to like Busan, maybe you'll have more like fish side dishes or main dishes. Well, in Seoul, it'll be more like stews or soups and stuff like that. In conclusion, I found that Hansik is a very complex meal that was once used by the wealthy and also celebrating one's ancestors. But today, anyone can eat it because it's not as expensive and the ingredients are a lot cheaper to get and more convenient to transport. But I feel like the meal is best eaten with your family, or even better,